Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's going on? What's the word? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what time it is, man. We back again, man, for the weekend banger game, man. You already know what it is. It's weekend banger time. And I got one for y'all. That's a lot. I got one. Y'all know I got one, man. But like I always say, man, there's no problem for me giving y'all these videos. I have no problem making them, making sure y'all can watch them when y'all supposed to have them. I have no problems doing that, y'all. I'm gonna make sure I look out for my people, man. As long as y'all can keep promising me, man, that y'all gonna stay y'all ass out the way, man. I need y'all to stay out the way, man. It's Christmas about to roll around, man. Just think about if you out there doing crime, you might get locked up and not even be around your family for Christmas, man. It's a terrible feeling. I'm letting y'all know now. You don't want to be a part of that feeling, man. Stop what you're doing right now. Try to change your life right now. And tell yourself in 2025, you're going to level up in a great way, man. And the first way is staying out the way. That's how you're going to level up, man. You got to start living your life like that. If you just want to keep breaking the law and doing crime and think you're going to keep getting away, slipping through the cracks, it's going to be a matter of time, man, before your card is called. And you're going to have to go up the road and you're going to have to go through all that procedure, putting your family through stuff. And they're going to be mad at you because you're going to be gone for some years. Or it depends what kind of crime you got. You're going to be gone for a lot of damn years. You're going to see people grow up. You're going to see your family members, your mom, your aunties, your uncles, your pops, your grandma. Everybody will get older. Those are all the things that happens when you put yourself in a predicament to get in trouble when you go to prison. You watch everybody age right in front of your face and you're not a part of it because you're in a whole nother world. You're in prison, man. So if you don't want to go through that and you don't want to see your family age while you're behind bars, you want to see them age in your face and be around there with them to support and show your love like you're supposed to do as a family member or as a father or as a mother or whoever. Just stay out the way and you don't got to worry about that, man. Period, man. But this the weekend banger right here, y'all, man. Y'all been looking out, man. We got to keep turning up, though, man. We got to grow the channel, man. Everybody that's from a whole nother country that's watching me, man, please share me out all over that damn country, man. We need the word of staying out the way to get out there, man. All bangers, man. That's what you tell them when you share the video, man. But everybody, man, everybody that's watching this right now, turn this one up right here, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe this junk right here. Let's get it. 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 Let's go. All right, know what it is, man. But let's get down to business. It's time for business. And the story I got for y'all today is called Violence Over a Pair of Trimmers. Yeah, man. I seen it get crazy. Y'all gotta understand, like, don't think something as petty as a pair of trimmers won't have everybody ready to kill each other, man. You'll be surprised in prison, y'all, the things that people will kill over, man, hurt somebody over, man. People don't play about that stuff. People don't play about their stuff, rather. You must move right in there and don't play with people's stuff, man, because something can go wrong and it can be something crazy and violence can happen. I've seen it happen all the time in all my prisons, man. The smallest things, it's always violence behind it. And I can remember the time that I saw violence behind a pair of trimmers, y'all. It was crazy. But with that being said, I'm going to take y'all, man, to the end of 2010, beginning of 11, man. Lawrenceville game. We on Lawrenceville game. I almost said Sussex. I'm wildin'. Lawrenceville game, man. And this is what's going on, y'all. I can remember a time, man. I had a roommate named Chip, man. This is around the time I kind of went through a lot of roommates before I got Baldhead as my roommate. But this is like, I had so many different roommates. I'll say out of like 6, like 2 was the only ones that kind of like stayed a little second in there, a little 1 or 2, something like that. Everybody else just was in and out my cell kind of until I finally got Baldhead in my room with me, man. But around the times that I was getting roommates, I ended up landing a roommate named Chip. Now, Chip was from Northern Virginia, man. Chip was like a light-skinned kind of like bald head dude, man. You know what I mean? Like, He wasn't a dude that, you know what I mean? He ain't gonna let nobody disrespect him. He wasn't with no gang. He wasn't with no religion. He wasn't with none of that. He kind of was a loner slightly, man. You know what I mean? The only thing he really cared about was really cutting hair. He came from another compound. When he came to my cell, he didn't come from receiving. He wasn't fresh from the jail or nobody like that. He had already had his own stuff and everything. You know what I mean? So that was one of the main reasons me and him was able to get along when he first came in my room. But when he first moved in my room, he had already told me that he wasn't going to be there long. You know what I mean? Because he was like, he wanted the bottom bunk. So he was like, he trying to get the barber job, you know what I mean? And then after the barber job, he trying to get a cell, we get the bottom bed. So it was already understood that he was gonna slide. I already knew the count, I wasn't tripping, you know what I mean? I was cool with roommates in and out, you know what I mean? So for the most part, me and him got along, you know what I mean? He used to smoke weed, he used to, you know what I mean? He used to do his little thing. The only thing that I didn't do, that I didn't really agree with that he did, but it was his business, he used to do the dope, you know what I mean? He used to get his nose dirty, I ain't gonna lie, man. He was someone that, you know, he would spend slight little money on the dope. You know what I mean? If it's good dope, he would spend money on the dope. Now, he didn't look like a dude that did the dope either. He didn't look like he was doped out, fiended out. He didn't look like none of these things. You know what I mean? He still had his size. And he didn't look like somebody that really got high, but he used to get high, man. He didn't shoot the dope, do nothing like that. He snorted the dope. You know what I mean? But that was like his main vice right there. So to be able to support that main vice, man, when we was in the room, I watched him kind of like just hustle, like how he, you know what I mean, what he do. And his main hustle used to be cutting hair. You know what I mean? So Chip was one of those dudes, man, like when he moved in the pod, it was already a barber from 32 pod. Lawrenceville, the building inside, when you walk in the building, as soon as you walk in the building, it's 31 pod, it's 32 pod, and it's 33 pod. I'm in 33 pod. Now, right before you turn the corner to get to 33 pod, it's a little door, and it's the barber shop in the building. There's only 2 doors in the building, with 3 doors. It's like a little counselor, little office. You go up a little bit, it's the unit manager office. Then you make the left, then that's be 31 pod, 32 pod, 33 pod. If you come back around the little corner from 33 pod, right there on the side is a barber shop. So they already had an old head dude that was cutting hair in 32 pod that had the barber job. You know what I mean? But Chip, when he came in my cell, he told me like, yo, he really do this. You know what I mean? He was like, yo, he do this, man. So I don't really let dudes experiment on me. You know what I mean? But like he was so confident, like how he cut hair. I just felt like it's a free haircut. I'm gonna give him a chance, man. So I gave him a chance. I ain't had nothing but the season, the little beard, and he lined me up tight. Y'all gotta understand, like a lot of dudes, they know how to line you up, but a lot of them will mess you up, man. In prison, you'll get your hair messed up. You'll run across dudes that's great at cutting hair, just like it's dudes in there that's great at playing basketball, dudes that's great at drawing. Like it's dudes in there that's great at cutting hair. You know what I mean? With the razor game and all that shit. But Chip didn't have to use the razor. You know what I mean? When he came on our compound and when he came in my cell, Chip had these trimmers. And I remember seeing these trimmers because nobody else that I knew that was in the building or in my pod had these trimmers. His trimmers looked like they came from the barber shop. And when he came to Lawrenceville, he came from a level 2. Now, level 2s are open dorms, y'all. I'm at a level 3 at Lawrenceville. Y'all know when I was at Sussex, I was at a level 4. So it's 1 through 6 when it comes to Virginia levels in their prisons. But when he came up there, he was coming from I can't remember the camp. It was one of those level 2s. It might be Coffeewood, but I might be wrong. But he came from a level 2, and I guess they can order different type of stuff than the level 3s can. But when he came up there, he had these trimmers, man. I remember these jumps. They just had looked nice. And around this time right here, the only trimmers dudes used to have that on Sussex, a lot of dudes brought their trimmers, and they used to have these little blue see-through jumps. They was like blue. And a lot of dudes just say it was bootleg. They just try to rig them up to make them sharper and all this shit. But for the most part, it was bootleg. When I got to Lawrenceville, I seen dudes, they had like the clear type of clippers. You know what I mean? It wasn't blue like Sussex, but it was clear. Now, Chip, on the other hand, Chip came up there. Chip had the black with the blue on the side, and it was pointy. Like they just had looked better. Like the mouth of it in the front had just looked longer and sharper. So he rigged it up. You dudes know how to rig their clippers up to make them extra sharp. Not sharp enough to cut you, but like sharp enough to make it look like you got a razor line on your damn head. So that's what Chip did to his clippers, man. And when he edged me up, my jump was dumb sharp. So when I come out of the pod, dude was sitting, dude was like, damn, who cut your beard? I'm like, yo, my roommate, you know what I mean? Like, for real, what he charge? So everybody hollering at him, you know what I mean? So just through the time of like a week or two, I seen Chip get his clientele up, man. Everybody was trying to get a haircut from that man. You know what I mean? That man, he was a good barber. I ain't even gonna lie. So just in the midst of the pod, Chip, you know what I mean? Chip used to cut hair. Chip was the barber, you know what I mean? Like you can go put your name on the list or go holler at the dude in 32 Pod and go pay him to get a haircut. But you can holler at Chip and get you a real haircut. So a lot of dudes used to do this. A lot of dudes used to go out. This is what I used to do, and a lot of dudes did this too. I would go to the barbershop out in the hallway, like I was telling y'all where it's at, and I would get the barber to knock my hair down, like knock my hair, the top of my hair down, and knock my beard down to where I wanted to, and then I'll let Chip edge it up. So that's what a lot of dudes used to do. Go get knocked down, come back in, and let Chip edge them up. It started getting to the point where I started seeing dudes from the other pods coming in there getting edge ups from Chip. Chip was doing all right, man. You know what I mean? He was able to support his little habit. You know what I mean? He won't broke. He won't none of these things, man. But it was crazy because the first time I seen him kind of snap, trying to kind of like, you know what I mean, get angry about some stuff, you know what I mean, is when he started doing this. Now, when he started doing this, I didn't really agree with him doing it, you know what I mean? But he started doing it. This is what he started doing. He started renting out his trimmers, man. You know what I mean? Now, I told y'all he got the exclusive jumps. So he would rent them out to dudes, you know what I mean? He would charge dudes $10 or something, $5, $10. I forgot what it was. $5, $10. You can borrow his trimmers if you want to touch your own self up, you know what I mean? So he would rent his trimmers out to dudes that's probably getting the VI. Some dudes used to want to tap themselves, cut themselves, or they might have knew another homeboy that can cut, but they need those trimmers that Chip got. So he was double winning with cutting hair and renting his trimmers out. But I told him when he asked me, was that a good idea for him to rent his trimmers out? I let him know off top, like, look, bro, you want to be careful about who you lending your trimmers to, bro, touching everybody. I don't think it's a good idea, but get your hustle on, bro. You know what I mean? That's what I told him. So he went on and started doing it. So boom, Chip letting his trimmers out. He loaning the trimmers out, not loaning the trimmers out, renting the trimmers out. Dudes coming through, getting the trimmers, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Everybody trying to get their own stuff. He cutting hair, loaning them out, all type of stuff. So boom, he gave them to a dude one time, you know what I mean? And I don't know what the dude that did, but I think the dude didn't clean them after he used them. And that used to be one of his rules when he gave you the trimmers too. He wanted you to clean them good. Brush them out, and he'll give you the toothbrush, brush them out. He'll give you the bottle of Barbicide. They had a big bottle of Barbicide. People don't know what Barbicide is. That's the stuff that you clean. People might stick scissors and clippers, all type of stuff, and then you sit your clippers into it and it cleans the clippers. You know what I mean? It's like usually like a little bit lighter blue than this right here, but it be in a little bottle like this in our barbershop. But dudes used to get people to pour it in little bottles for them, and dudes that have their own Barbicide, because the Barbicide used to feel like grease, like, you know what I mean? It felt like oil a little bit, man. I don't know what was in that stuff, but everybody used to have their own little stash. Chip definitely had his own stash in his cell, so I never needed none. But I guess dude didn't clean the clippers, man. So the dude that didn't clean the clippers, I want to say he was from Hampton, man. I don't know where he was from, man. He could be from Hampton. I don't want to say he was from the news, but he was from one of them cities, man. But he was in the pod, and when Chip let him hold the jump, you know what I mean? Goddamn, he came back. He handed him jumps to Chip. Chip put him on the sink. Goddamn, I'm sitting on the bed. Goddamn, I look up. Chip in the mirror looking at them jumps. He like, told this dumb ass nigga, man. Nigga don't want to clean my shit, man. I told. That's why I should have listened to you. Niggas don't want to listen. He brushing that shit hard as a bitch. He was like, boom, he got mad as shit. He slammed on jumps and he left out. He was like, man, I walked out the door. I was like, where the hell this nigga going? Boom, he shot down the steps. He hit that corner. He was under, like, he went to the cells under us. So I come out, you know what I mean? Like, nah, he didn't need no back, you know what I mean? Nothing like that. I wasn't holding him down. Like, we was sellies, and right is right and wrong is wrong. I wouldn't let nobody bank him in front of me, you know what I mean? But I still be trying to view, y'all already know how I am by now. I'm trying to view everything to see what's going on before I think I'm gonna jump out there. But it wasn't that type of party with me and him anyway. You know what I mean? He gonna make his own moves and his own decisions. I'm definitely not going out there for you to beat somebody up, for you loaning your trimmers out to the next man. Not gonna happen, but still, I want to know what was going on. So boom, I look, he down there arguing with the dude. He down there arguing, he's snapping. No, that's why I told y'all, don't mess with my trimmers like that, man. You supposed to clean them. I told you, I gave you the toothbrush and everything. Dude was like, I thought I did clean them. He was like, you ain't clean them. You ain't clean them. You ain't clean nothing, man. So everybody just in the pod here, how mad he got. Nobody never really seen him get this mad. He's not a little guy. He's about 6'1", kind of, you know what I mean? Light brown skin, light skin kind of dude, bald headed. You know what I mean? He looked like he can get violent, but at the same time, nobody never seen Chip snap like this. So he's snapping, told you. So dude, like, man, him and dude get into it. So dude from Hampton, they arguing. He like, man, F them damn trimmers. So they get into it. They about to fight. You know what I mean? I see the jump going down. I see how stupid it is. I go down there. I said, Chip, listen. I said, bro, don't loan your trimmers out, bro. It's that simple. I said, you wildin', man. Dude was like, man, you better talk to him, Weezy, man. You better holler at your selling, man. I'm like, look, man, y'all, this is senseless right here, man. There's no need to fight over a pair of trimmers, man. It's not a good thing. Y'all gonna kill each other over a pair of damn trimmers? I said, Chip, is your fault. So once I broke it down to Chip real good, and I gave it to him, I gave him the game, and he already knew the game. He knew I was right anyway. He knew I was right when he first asked my opinion about the whole thing. So he looking at it like, he was mad as hell. He was like, I seen how mad he was. He wanted to fight bad as shit. He was like, yeah, ain't nothing soft over here. Ain't nothing soft over here. Dude was like, yeah, whatever, fam. Whatever, yeah, we can do this. So they were about to fight. They didn't fight. Boom. I was happy that didn't happen. Why? Because I didn't feel like getting a new roommate. Chip was all right at the time. Like, you know what I mean? I knew it was a matter of time for my bro come over there and be my roommate, but that still was a little bit ahead of us a little bit. So I really like, Chip was saying he was peeling out, but still, I knew that was going to take a little time for him to get a bottom bump. So I didn't really want to lose a roommate at the time. So that's why I kind of went down there, y'all, and got in the middle of that shit. You know what I mean? Dude from Hampton, he jive rock with me, so he won't tripping. You know what I mean? Everything was good. So boom. Next thing you know, goddamn CO coming that jump, told Chip to pack up. You know what I mean? He was like, where I'm going? It was like downstairs. You know what I mean? You going downstairs, cell 3. So they moved Chip downstairs in cell 3, man. Chip went and got his bottom bunk, man. When Chip moved, we remained cool. You know what I mean? We did business together. He would come borrow stuff if he needed. If I needed a haircut, he would look out. Like all that type of stuff like that was going on. Me and him remained cool like that. We still did those things. So even when he wasn't my celly, we was still all right. So boom. A little bit of time went on, y'all. A little bit of time went on. And Chip is almost the barber. He's trying to be the barber. A lot of dudes is writing requests for him saying, y'all need to, because now it's been like 2 months. Everybody's saying you need to make Chip the barber because he definitely cuts better than the old head. The old head kind of be, you know what I mean? He's shaky sometimes, man. A lot of them old heads be in there cutting be shaky, man. I'm gonna let y'all know. But Chip was official. Everybody wanted Chip to be the barber. So he trying to become the barber, man. Hopefully it was going to happen soon. Everybody thought it was going to happen soon, but they was stalling him. The old head in 32, not only was he in the honor pod, because I told y'all that 32 pod, any 2 pods in Lawrenceville back then were honor pods. You know what I mean? Honor pods are like this special privilege. They got more stuff too, microwaves, more phones, different things like that. They block was a little bigger than the ones in the 3 blocks. So goddamn, I guess because of his seniority and being in an honor pod, they weren't trying to swap him out with Chip. That was the whole thing. So Chip was mad about that. But for the most part, he just continued doing his bid, getting high, hustling, still cutting hair, still loaning his trimmers out to certain people. You know what I mean? I don't know why. It's still a dumb thing. I went and loaned my trimmers out to nobody, especially those exclusive trimmers, y'all. Why? It don't make no sense. Sometimes dudes go looking for problems. You know what I mean? Me, I used to try to stop things in the, like right there. Like, yo, I'll think about it. Should I do this? It might do this. This might happen. He might get mad. I don't got time for it. Once I analyze it and see that it's not worth it, I'm not going to do it. My mind will be made up. Chip, on the other hand, Chip wanted to keep doing what he was doing. I can't be mad at the man. Goddamn, we in the pod. Everything going cool. I forgot what I was doing, man. I think I was downstairs talking to my homeboy down by the handicap sale, man. Yeah, that's why I was kind of like in the back corner when this occurred, when this right here had occurred, man. But out of nowhere, y'all, you hear is, I look. I had to look around the steps because I'm back way by the handicap. I had to look. I'm like, I look. I see somebody coming in with a cart. Goddamn. Nigga come in the jank. I'm trying to look. I see who it is, but I'm looking. I'm like, he coming to jump. I look. Niggas looking. Niggas like, damn. I see a couple of Richmond dudes like, oh, man, that's goddamn. They called his real name, but I ain't gonna say his real name. He had a nickname in prison, man, but they called his real name. He looked up and saw him. So when he looked up, I seen like his mannerism of how he did it. He was like kind of like a, you know what I mean? He was looking like, and I seen him, I was like, man, they brought him. And at this time, I think it was like 2 homosexuals in 32 pod, 1 homosexual in 31 pod, and 33 had no homosexuals, you know what I mean? So they bring the dude in. And he started talking to the dudes from Richmond was on the top tier. He talking to them. So I'm like, he got to be from Richmond. You know what I mean? The dudes from Richmond said something to him. Now, this man didn't look all the way like a homosexual. He definitely didn't. You know what I mean? But as he started moving around, like you can kind of tell that he was a homosexual. You know what I mean? Like, not really like super duper duper homosexual out, but nah, he was definitely a homosexual. So he moving around the party, talking to the Richmond dudes. He walked in his cell. Boom, his cell was kind of like, I want to say cell, it was on the back wall on this side. So there might have been cell 16 or something like that on the bottom tier, but he was on the right side. So he took his cot there, took his box out, put his stuff up, you know what I mean? Came out in the pod immediately and started scanning the pod, started looking around, see who the hell he know. So when I looked, goddamn, my homeboy in the cell next to him where he sleep at, you know what I mean? So my homeboy crazy as hell, he funny as a bitch. He pull up, he like, yo, he like, man, goddamn, they just moved, goddamn, that nigga look like Kane from Minister Society in the damn face. I was weird as a bitch. I look, man, pause, man. That nigga did it like, nigga got big ass lips. Pause. Man, he look like Kane from Minister Society, man. That's my word. So he like, man, they just moved Kane from Minister Society in this jump. So they sell they movement. He went in the cell with an old head dude, you know what I mean? So the old head dude ain't tripping like, get out my cell, old head dude ain't say nothing. Old head sat right there and kept complaining and kept playing pinochle all the way up to that man made his bed, and he finally went and introduced himself, but he didn't care about the homosexual coming in his cell. Me, he wasn't coming in my damn cell, you nuts. And a lot of dudes in Lawrenceville, he wasn't coming in there, but he struck dice. Old head didn't get mad. I don't think old head was in the game or nothing like that. Old head just didn't care. He was one of those dudes, I don't care what nobody think, I ain't gay, whatever. But he let him come in the cell. Goddamn, came from Minister Society, came out there and start scanning the damn pod. He started scanning the damn pod. Look at, goddamn, they come say, stand by for trial, stand by for trial. Goddamn, nigga get ready, everybody get ready to go to trial. Everybody getting their stuff right, about to go to trial. About to be child time, dinner time. A lot of people hungry, I forgot what tray it was, but everybody was going. So boom, they let goddamn 32 pod go first. 31 pod went, then we went. We was the last pod to go. So we go in the child hall, boom. We get in the child hall, y'all. The homosexual come in the child hall. I'm like a little bit up from him a little bit. Came from Mental Society coming to child hall. I'm a little bit up from him a little bit. I look, you see some old heads from 32 pod. He like, hey, Bubbles. Hey, Bubbles. He like, hey, where you get your tray? Come back here. What the hell, that nigga named Bubbles? My man was right there. I was like, yo, they said bro named Bubbles. I was like, man, go. He was like, man, his name was not Bubbles. I said, man, that man just said Bubbles. I said, that nigga named Bubbles? What you mean like the monkey? His name can't be like the damn monkey, Bubbles, man. I was like, this is crazy, man. I done heard it all when it came to names with homosexuals in there, y'all. I promise y'all. This man's name was Bubbles. I was like, Bubbles. So boom, he get his tray, he go sit with the old heads, he get to kicking it with the old head. One old head looking like he jive, you know what I mean? Trying to put his play together, you know what I mean? Boom, 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 boom. You don't see a whole lot of this on Lawrenceville, but it does go down because it's prison, you know what I mean? So he down there, he's shooting his shot. A couple of other dudes around the table, Bubbles over there talking to him, goddamn, you know what I mean? I'm like, dang, we sit down, boom, I dip, I ate and dip. I get back to the pod. Goddamn, Bubbles coming down, coming that jump. Goddamn, now Bubbles trying to find out who's the barber, you know what I mean? So I see him talking to his roommate first, because when I came back from child, I went to 31 pod and that stood by their door and talked to my man until my pod was all the way coming back. So I'm just at the door talking to the crack of the door, talking to my man in 31 pod. But I see my whole pod come back. So when I come back in the pod, I look, I see goddamn Bubbles ass. He talking to goddamn his roommate about who's the barber. And then I see goddamn, you know what I mean, my his roommate pointing at Chip. So he looked at Chip like he kind of sized him up a little bit, because you know, like a lot of homosexuals don't want problems, you know what I mean? They don't want problems, but at the same time though, like, you know, a lot of them just don't be as bold just to pull up on you like they don't know you, none of that shit. Some of them are, but a lot of them not, you know what I mean? So I guess he was trying to figure out how he was gonna make his play go holler at Chip, you know what I mean? So Chip already got down back. He used to go in the back, kind of behind the steps, put a chair back there and cut dude's hair back there. Or he'll go to your cell. Like, it depends. He'll cut hair all over the damn pod. So you see the homosexual goddamn Chip back there cutting hair. You see the homosexual walk over there. That nigga had the dumbest walk in the world, y'all. I promise y'all, that nigga walk. That nigga walking dumb as a bitch. That nigga was right over left. Nigga walk dumb as hell. So he walk over there where Chip was at. Hey, you cut hair. Chip looking like, I'm cutting hair. What the hell is you talking about? He like, I'm trying to get a haircut. I got a visit coming on Sunday. It was Thursday. He's like, I got a visit coming on Sunday. I just got up here. I'm trying to get a haircut. Chip was like, all right, I charge $10. He like, all right, I got you. You got to take food or got to be food. It can be hygiene. Chip was like, man, I prefer food. He was like, all right, so boom. Chip ain't discriminate. You know what I mean? Chip went on, did his thing, got down, finished cutting dude up. After he finished cutting dude, he cut Bubbles' ass. You know what I mean? Got down, Bubbles in the chair. Bubbles in the chair getting the goddamn, that nigga getting the ball fade, goddamn it. That nigga getting the ball fade game, goddamn. I'm talking about, it wasn't the Boosie, but it was a ball fade game, goddamn it. That nigga had the Horace Grant, goddamn it. That nigga had the ball fade. That nigga had the ball fade, no wave game. That nigga had the ball fade with no wave game, man. That shit was crazy. So he sit down there and get his ball fade. Niggas down there tripping because now he really looked like Kane from Menace to Society. Niggas is rolling. I'm talking about, goddamn, the Richmond niggas weak, everybody weak. So goddamn, Chip cut him. You know what I mean? Chip put him in the game, gave him a shot, little jump. You know what I mean? Boom. We on standby for outside rec. They call outside rec. We go to outside rec. We on the yard. We on the big yard. We on the yard. You see goddamn Bubbles outside. Bubbles out there, goddamn kicking it with a lot of Richmond niggas. Everybody rocking with him. You know what I mean? So I'm looking, I see one Richmond dude, he looking at the whole situation like he talking to everybody from the R shit. So he looking, he like, shh. I see him shaking his head. This was a quiet dude from Richmond, man. Rock with him, cool as hell, man. But I'm like, yo, bro, the hell, goddamn. I was like, man, goddamn, what you shaking your head about? And I caught him, you know what I mean? He was like, man, this nigga know everybody. He was like, man, nigga family big as shit in Richmond. He was like, man, nigga know everybody, man. He was like, nigga done been in jail several times. He said he probably in here now for a 2-3 year bid for boosting or some shit, man. He was like, he a boosting expert. That's what he do. He's a booster. I'm like, damn. So I like to hear that he was a booster wasn't nothing strange, you know, because a lot of the homosexuals do be boosters, you know what I mean? Not trying to stereotype y'all for that, but at the same time, when they come to prison, a lot of them don't be having serious crimes. None of them, for real, man. You'll run across some of them, but a lot of them really don't, you know what I mean? So, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy, man. He like, yeah, you know everybody. I think his cousin on the other side, this and that. You know these dudes. So I'm like, damn, he know everybody. So bold. Goddamn, we come back, go back in the pod, you know what I mean? Goddamn, I holler at Chip. Chip was like, goddamn, the dude Bubbles pulled up on him and said, goddamn, he's supposed to be going to the VI and get some smoke. You know what I mean? Goddamn. He was like, yo, look, I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna do business with him, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, bro, I ain't judging you for talking to him, bro. Like, if you wanna talk to him, bro, do you? I ain't mad at you because you talking to Bubbles, nigga. I was like, yo, people saying that nigga look like Kane from Menace to Society in the face. Chip was weak. I was like, yo, that nigga look like Kane, man. That's word, man. That nigga look like Kane in the damn face. So we just joking about the whole situation. So boom, Bubbles went to VI, a little time went on. Bubbles went to VI, Bubbles came back with that weed, boom. So I'm seeing that he a smart, like he's a smart homosexual as far as like, he see that like a drug can control the power. Dudes might look past that you're a damn homosexual. You know what I mean? If you got the power of the drug on you. So he went to the VI and came back with his own weed. Now, I don't think he had a shitload of it, a lot of it, but he was selling the weed. He was selling the weed, y'all. Boom, boom, boom. Of course, Chip rocking with him. Boom. Everything going smooth. So boom. Goddamn. I'll say him and Chip was all right. You know what I mean? For the most part. Him and Chip won't like Chip won't in a bad space with him. Chip didn't do nothing, you know what I mean? But goddamn, what Chip messed up at is when I seen him do this right here, y'all. So boom, he continued cutting Bubbles' hair, you know what I mean? He used to cut Bubbles' hair, you know what I mean? So I hear Bubbles talking about how he used to cut hair back in the day. One day he was in front of the bar. He cut hair. I know how to cut hair. I know how to do ball fades, temps. I know how to do all that. He was talking all type of junk in front of the TV. So I hear him, but still, you're not touching my head. But I'm not disputing he can't cut hair. You know what I mean? I'm not putting that past him that this man can't cut hair. But I hear him goddamn just going back and forth about it. So, you know, Chip is the only one in the pod in the building. On the compound, probably, they have these pair of trimmers that I was telling y'all about, man. These trimmers official. You know what I mean? They shot. I'm talking about, I got spoiled with him edging me up with them jumps, man, because they didn't take long. They were just so swift, and he'll hit my jump mustache like that. Like, they were just a great pair of trimmers, man. You know what I mean? So, goddamn, after Bubbles was talking about how, you know what I mean, he can cut. Of course, if he gonna demonstrate on somebody, he gonna have to borrow the trimmers. You know what I mean? So boom, He hollered at Chip, was like, no. Dude from Richmond was like, I'll let you cut my junk. Dude from Richmond just had the waves, you know what I mean, with his little sideburn beard. So he's like, I'll let you cut my junk. You can experiment on me. Boom. So goddamn, Bubbles go holler at Chip, rent the trimmers, you know what I mean? Go get the trimmers. Goddamn, cut dude from Richmond. Goddamn, Bubbles put him in the game. Goddamn it, I ain't gonna say it was better than Chip, but waves was cut down like Bubbles knew how to put the comb in your hair and like knock your hair down with the trimmers. Like he didn't need the big joints that barber shop had that I was telling y'all about. Nah, he knew how to knock your hair down just with a comb and the trimmers. So he knocked bro with the waves jump down and gave him a sharp edge up. Everything was cool. I was like, damn, that jump look alright. I ain't gonna lie, that jump looked alright. So goddamn, Bubbles still got the trimmers. So next thing you know, they call goddamn Child. Boom, we shoot the Child. We come back from Child, y'all. Goddamn. Before I come back from Child, we wanted to tape and we went to Child. Bubbles didn't go to Child. Goddamn, a couple of old heads didn't go to Child. One old head named goddamn Dave, he didn't go to Child. You know what I mean? And that's one of the old heads that I talked to. They'll go to Child, but they'll go sometimes. One of them was a diabetic that I forgot the old head he used to be with, that Dave used to be with. They'll always sit at the table and play chess all damn day. But the diabetic one, he never went to Child because he would go eat before we go eat. You know what I mean? He'll go eat with the diabetics. Now, Dave, on the other hand, Dave wouldn't go to Child. Never like that. Dave would go eat. But he didn't care about that food. He was one of those dudes, all he needed is a noodle. He wasn't tripping about nothing. So he never really go like that. So they'll be at the table playing dominoes all damn day. So when we go to Child, goddamn, we come back from Child. I come back, boom, I come in the pod. I see goddamn Dave and the old head standing by the microwave. They was playing chess when I left. But when I come back, they standing by the microwave and then you just see them like, the niggas just like, man, this is unbelievable, man. Goddamn. So I come in the jump. Hey, open up 21. Goddamn, I go upstairs. Go to my cell. I come back out with my bowl. I'm like, man, I'm about to goddamn give me some hot water, get my little meal right before we lock down. Goddamn, come back in. I come back down the steps. I go down the steps. See Dave and them. I'm like, man, what the hell y'all joking? Y'all still down this bitch laughing, man? What the hell y'all got going on? Dave was like, man, goddamn, old head, the diabetic dude was like, tell Weezy, go ahead and tell him. I'm like, tell me what? What the hell you talking about? I'm like, Dave, what the hell you talking about? Son, I did. He was like, nah, hell no. He was like, man, shh. Man, it's crazy, man. You ain't gonna believe this shit right here, man. Goddamn, you know what I mean? But I feel like it's messed up. And I feel like niggas should know, but I don't want nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? I don't want nothing to do with it. Goddamn Weezy, so look, man. Goddamn, I'm like, what, man? What is it, man? Tell me. Spit it out. What the hell are you talking about? He said, man. He said, you know, we playing chess. He said, you know, I'm facing the backball cells where I told y'all they moved Bubbles at. He facing that way. The other old head back is to him. So he said, when we went to dinner, he said, goddamn, when we went to dinner, he said, man, the CO, after we left, he said the CO came in a jump, did a round. You know what I mean? He said, but when the CO came in, he came from the top tier. So sometimes they can come from the top tier, which would be the back door of 32 pod to come to my pod. So all the back doors connect all the way around the building to all three pods, like I was telling y'all. But 33 pod, you have to come from 32 pod to get to 33 pod on the back door, from the back door. But they said the CO came from the back door, did a round. Boom. He said he checked all the doors, made sure all the doors were locked. If somebody there, they had their door open. You know what I mean? Goddamn, so he checked the door. He can just pull the jump. You see this lock. He walking. He said he got downstairs. Goddamn, he started the long way. He came all the way around. He said, man, the man got the goddamn bubble cell. He said when he got the bubble cell, y'all. He said the CO said, hey. He said, but when he got the bubble cell, Bubbles had to cut up. Now, you have to make sure your cut is up right for those reasons like this. You don't ever want your cut to drop. You might be on the phone. You might be being the #1 gunner. You might be doing all type of stuff. Ain't no telling what you're doing. You might got a magazine. You might goddamn be taking a dump. You might be doing any damn thing. When your cut is up, your cut is up. So to make sure your cut will be up strong, when we go to holiday, when we used to be able to order the holiday pack stuff, that's all the food that we don't got on commissary. When we order the little entrees of chicken and roast beef and all that stuff, it comes in a little black tray. Y'all might see these because a lot of restaurants use them for to-go little containers, the little plastic top. You know what I mean? We would just have the little plastic piece. You know what I mean? Like after we used the stuff out the meal, dudes would wash them out. Dudes would use them for different things, but it used to fit. The little dish joint was perfect fit for your window. Like the windows are only this big, like a little rectangle. Like that's how big the windows are. So the little dish joint, you'll get your towel or you'll get your rag or you'll get your shirt or whatever you're using to cover up your window, and you'll put the shirt in the window, then you just poof. You just push the little entree, little piece on the little bowl looking junk right into the window, and it'll fit perfect, but it'll be tight. Nothing. You can have a pair of pants up there, and that junk will hang strong and long. Pause. But goddamn, that's how I used to do my cuts. I used to make sure my cuts don't fall, because some people will try to be like, I'm gonna put my eye. You can get your like this. You can grab the pants, get your shirt, get your ID, and poke it like in the top, like in the top. Your ID fits like in a little space in the top, and your ID can hold it. Or dudes used to get a spoon and do the same thing with not the part you eat from the spoon, but the other part. Poke that at the top part, and that'll hold. Or dudes would get a spoon and like we have sporks, so we have the big long joints. So you can get the spork and just kind of put that in the window, and it'll be bending, but it'll still hold. But it's not like the hold of that little entree little joint I was telling y'all about. So boom, he said the CO walked by and goddamn hit the jump, and kept it moving. But when he when he yanked that jump, he said the cut came down. He said the cut came down. So he said, so Dave said, I'm playing chess. I see the cut fall, so that's what made him look. So he said, if the cut fall, when he's positioned that, he can see directly into the cell. He said when he looked, he seen the goddamn cut fall. He said he looked up, man, he seen Bubbles, man. Bubbles had his back to him. But he said that nigga was in that joint shaving his pubic hairs with chip trimmers. I was like, yo, you lying, Dave. He was like, man, my good word. He was like, that's my good word. He said that man had his back turned, shaving his goddamn pubic hair. I seen him. I seen how he was like on his tiptoes. He said he was on his tiptoes hitting that Jank Weezy paws. He was on his tiptoes hitting it Weezy. I was like, on his tiptoes. I was like, man, get out of here, man. He said, man, that's foul. Old head on the other side. The old head was with him like, that's messed up. That's messed up, right? You don't do that with nobody property. So goddamn, they said when they seen it, he hit his dude like, look. And his homeboy looked and saw it, but he was like, come on. So he said, because the dude Bubbles didn't even pay no mind that the damn cut fell down. So boom, they said they moved and went still by the microwave. So they said when they went back and looked, the cut was up. So I guess he pinned it, but he didn't see them pin it. You know what I mean? So goddamn, man, the whole pod coming back in. And shit. So he like, man, Weezy, look, goddamn, I don't really care. Cause I don't know that nigga, you know what I mean? But for real though, Weezy, man, like, I don't like my name back and forth and shit, man. I was like, listen, yo. I ain't even gonna lie to you, Dave. I'm gonna keep it a band with you. I was like, look, I rock with Chip. I rock with him. That's foul right there. I was like, that's foul right there, man. I said, for real. I said, you should tell him, man, cause you talk to Chip, you get your hair cut from Trip with them same trimmers. He was like, not no goddamn more. Hell no. He said, hell no, I ain't getting cut with them joints no more. I'm going to the barber shop and let the old head over there mess me up. Hell no, I'm not going to get them goddamn trimmers no more. He said, man, that man was shaving his pubic hairs, Weezy. I was like, ugh, that's disgusting right there. Just imagine that, y'all. A man get your trimmers then shave his pubic hairs with it. That's foul right there. So he was like, man, goddamn, fuck it, I'll tell him. So goddamn, we look up. Chip is already talking to goddamn Bubbles. He right there talking to Bubbles. Bubbles had him to goddamn, he used to keep his trimmers in like this, it was like a plastic that he had kind of like, and you could fit stuff in it. So he used to have the comb, the barber side, goddamn, the little toothbrush, goddamn, and the trimmers, all that used to be in there. You know what I mean? So you see him handing them goddamn back to jump. Boom, he handing them back to jump. You seen Chip goddamn going to his cell. So we standing by the microwave, Chip right there. So yo, Chip, come here, Chip. I'm petty for this, but nah, this foul, y'all. Let me know in the comments, man. You know, this wild right here, man. Like, old head saw him. It ain't like I'm the one that saw him. I'm letting them talk to old head. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, Chip, come here, Chip. Chip walked over there. I'm like, yo, listen, bro. I said, yo, bro. I said, man, tell him, Dave. Dave was like, man, look, you let that boy hold your goddamn trimmers, which was stupid. He said, man, I seen him in there. He said, man, when y'all went to child, he stayed in. He said, yeah, he ain't come to child. Chip was like, what happened? He was like, man, the police came from the top tier, did a round. When he got to the bottom tier, he was checking the doors. He said, when he checked Bubbles' door, the goddamn cut fell. He said, when the cut fell, goddamn, the man was in there shaving his balls with your goddamn trimmers. Chip was like, I seen his face. He was like, what? He was like, man, he was in there shaving his balls with your trimmers. I was like, oh my God, man. So he like, man, what? Man, you lying. He was like, man, I swear on everything. Ask him. The diabetic dude was like, but we ain't trying to get in it, man. He did this shit, man. I ain't using your trimmers no more. I'm good. I don't want to use them damn trimmers. Niggas shaving their balls with them trimmers. The diabetic dude walked away. That was his last words. Niggas shaving their balls with your trimmers. Goddamn slid on us. So goddamn Chip like, what? Chip ran in the cell. Get my door open. Boom. Chip going in the cell. He scrapped it all out. When I looked, he was sitting on his bottom bunk. All you see was some goddamn tying up them old ass New Balance. And he got up, man, he came out, and he was like, and he went down the bubble cell, and he was like, yo, hey, yo, because they was already cleaned and everything. Like, he cleaned them out good and all that shit. So there was no proof to this information. Sup with the old head saw. He said, yo, man, you gonna tell me the truth right goddamn now? The punk, Bubbles was like, he was like, you gonna tell me the truth right now? He like, about what? He was like, man, you shave your balls with my goddamn trimmers? Like, this one gave Bubbles away, the slight pause. He was like, because I guess he was thinking like, how the hell did I get caught? He knew the cut failed, but when he looked, it was nobody there. You know what I mean? So he, like the whole pause of it, that's what gave him away. So he like, I was shaving my chest. He was like, you was shaving your chest? He was like, yeah, I don't like chest hairs. He was like, man, you shave your chest with my shit. He went to grab him, Bubbles was like, get off me. Get off me. Get your hands off me. So everybody come back in the pod now like, niggas looking like, yo, what the hell going on? Chip like, man, listen, yo, man, you gonna pay me for my damn trimmers, man? You done shave your balls with my shit, man. You gonna pay me for my shit? Bubbles was like, I ain't paying up nothing. I ain't paying up nothing. I ain't paying up nothing. He like, man, all right, goddamn, all right, wait out the count. Now after count, that's when the sweet shift come on. Nigga might get bodied on that damn shift, and they might never catch it to the next goddamn shift. So he like, wait out the count. All right, me personally, I would have attacked right then and there. Why? Because you can't let stuff fester. You can't let people get situated, man. Like, you gotta be on point. You gotta be on point for this type of stuff. So boom, goddamn shift came, boom, they counted. Goddamn, next thing you know, they pop all the doors. The doors open up, everybody come out, everybody know what's going on, everybody stepped out. Goddamn Chip, he under us, so I can't see him, so I'm getting ready to come down the steps. When I hit the top part of the steps, I see him. He's standing by his door, blaring down there, right there with Bubble Cell, and he like, goddamn, he got his sweatpants on and shit. Goddamn, he pull up. Yeah, as I'm coming down the steps, he walk in that direction. He like, when he get there, my Bubble Cell, all you hear is, back up, motherfucker, back up, back up. Get away from my goddamn cell. Get away from my goddamn cell. So niggas in the pod, you can see how they looking. Niggas looking like. So I come down the steps and I kind of came around to get a better view of Bubble Cell. So when I look, Bubbles in the cell, goddamn, looking like goddamn Wesley Snipes, goddamn. And that nigga in that junk looking like, he had a karate move with the knife. He was like, get out my cell. Get out my cell. Don't come, come on. You come past this threshold, you gonna be sorry, motherfucker. Come on. Yeah, come on. I'm waiting on your ass. I'm waiting on your ass. Niggas was like, and this nigga like, I was like, yo, what the fuck? I was like, yo, this is nuts. So boom, Chip like, oh, all right, you got a weapon? All right, bet, boom. Goddamn, Chip, goddamn, go to the door. He trying to get somebody attention over in 31 pod. Boom. Goddamn, he trying to, Next thing you know, they put us on standby for outside rec. This is the 7 o'clock rec. This is like in May, April, I want to say. So we have night rec. This is when night rec first started. We go out 3 times a day, 9, 2, and 7. So we go outside. Goddamn Chip out there hollering at his man. He telling his man what happened. His man looking like, yo, bro, you, man, come on, bro. You about to fight a goddamn homosexual, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, this shit can't be going down like that. Chip like, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. Like, Chip handled us all wrong. I thought me and the old head was telling Chip for Chip from going there and beat his damn ass. I don't fight homosexuals either, but if he would have shaved his nuts with my trimmers, I'm beating his ass, y'all. Period, man. Period. So goddamn, the way Chip was handling shit, it just was bad. It didn't look right. So he in the junk, goddamn, talking to his man. Goddamn, I look up. The goddamn Bubbles over there talking to a lot of Richmond dudes. And then dude from the other side called him to the fence, and he talking to the dude over there. You know what I mean? So next thing you know, goddamn, Chip see him on the yard. You see some Richmond dudes pull up on Chip. Goddamn, they pull up on Chip ass like, yo, hey, listen, man, what we gotta do to, you know what I mean, alleviate this shit? Goddamn, that's my man cousin. You know what I mean? I know he gay, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, what we gonna do, shorty? Like, you can't let this shit go down like that. Goddamn, Chip like, what? Man, that man violate, man. I ain't worried about none of y'all niggas dudes. Like, but look, man, I'm telling you, man, if you put your hands on him, we gonna goddamn do this and do that. So I'm confused because I'm like, everybody's taking up for Bubbles right now. Why are they taking up for this man, violating this man Tremors? This is crazy right here. So Chip homeboys come out of nowhere, and they right there. They're like, man, listen, man, we can do whatever. We can do whatever. It's whatever y'all want to do. So it's like a 10-on-4. You know what I mean? Chip like 4 niggas, but Chip big, his homeboy big. The Richmond dudes, a few young ones, a few older ones. But at the same time, they was gonna hold goddamn Bubbles down, man. I mean, at the end of the day, he's gay, but he's still somebody's family member, y'all. That's how that shit be happening in prison, man. Prison is crazy. Prison have dudes moving all type of directions and holding some people down. You might gotta hold a homosexual down as your family. You might gotta do that, man. I never did, but that's what goes on in prison. Never come. But goddamn, they out there, that shit like a Mexican standoff. Everybody out there screaming loud and snapping. Goddamn, motherfucking Bubbles over there with his hand in his pants. Goddamn, still with the knife. You know what I mean? So it was crazy. So, boom, police picked what was going on. Police see what was going on. And goddamn, my man, he see me watching the jump. He was over there talking to a dude on the ball field, and he finally came to the fence where I was at, and he see me watching this whole maniac situation. He was like, yo, bro, what the hell happened? I said, bro, you not gonna believe this. He was like, what? I said, man, say word, the boy goddamn, the boy Bubbles. The man shaved his pubic hairs with the man Tremors. He said, with Chip Tremors? I was like, yeah. He was like, man, that nigga done edged me up with them shits. I was like, man, yo, this is nuts. He done edged me up. I was like, bro, this is crazy, man. That man probably been shaving his nuts with that man Tremors. I was like, he be renting them out. I was like, oh, I just thought about that. I said, he used to cut me too. I said, man, that shit wild, man. So boom, I'm explaining to him. And goddamn Chip like, man, listen, man. Y'all can have that shit, man. Y'all got it, man. Y'all got it. Y'all got it, man. Goddamn. Me and my homeboy start walking laps. We start walking this shit. Goddamn, we get away from the scene. Goddamn, because the police start to come and hear what's going on. We walk around, we get around there, Chip and them walk down that way. So we kind of coming around, we bumping the Chip and his homeboy. So I see Chip. I'm like, you know, he used to be my old roommate and shit. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? I was like, you all right, man? He was like, man. He was like, yo, I'm about to crash out. He was like, I'm about to crash out, man. He was like, look. He said, goddamn. He said, man, they think, goddamn, they told me that I can't do this to the nigga Bubbles and this and that. He was like, yo, look, when I get back in the party, I got a ham. Goddamn, he was like, man, whatever the repercussions is after that, I don't give a fuck. That nigga violated me, man. I gotta have that nigga, man. I was like, I couldn't talk about it. You know what I mean? For one, it was a major violation. Why would I talk about it? So I just was like, all right. Goddamn, next thing you know, goddamn, the gate open up, boom, we going back to the building, go back into the building, there's more Richmond niggas. You see the old head from 32 Pod that I guess goddamn Bubbles was messing with, he in the hallway. He standing out there, he see Chip, because he know Chip the barber. He see Chip, he like, hey, look, yo, holler at you. Chip like, yo, nah, I ain't talking to nobody right now, yo, whatever. Chip go in the pod, boom, get his door open, went in the cell. Goddamn, you see Bubbles coming to jump. He came in last, he was last like a motherfucker to come in the pod. He come in the pod with that same dumb ass walk. He look as dumb as a bitch when he come in the party. Like, open up my door. CEO, open up my door. Man, like, hell, he going to sell. Chip come out that jump. Goddamn, I see Chip messing with his pants. Goddamn, Chip come out that jump. Chip straight his cell. He beeline his cell. His roommate, Bubbles' roommate, the old dude was right there. He seen goddamn Chip coming straight to his cell. When he seen Chip coming to the cell, old head said, old head slid. Chip got there. Chip was like, look, come on. What's up? Pull that damn knife out. Pull that damn knife out. I'm letting you know right now, we can go knife for knife, or you put that damn knife down. He was like, either way, I'm whooping your ass for violating my Tremors like that, man. What the hell is wrong with you? Goddamn Bubbles was like, I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight you. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look, I'm supposed to be moving next week. Please. Please. Like, nah, fuck that. Nigga, I don't care how many people you know in this compound. Put that goddamn knife down. Or I'm coming in there and we're going to go goddamn knife for knife. Goddamn. The motherfucking Bubbles was like, okay. He got down, put the knife on his jump. As soon as he put the knife on his jump, Chip was a man of his word. He dropped his knife, which was wild. That don't say, got down, you see somebody come, nigga scoop that. The lady in the booth watching the whole shit. Man, it's my word. Chip went in there. Man, Chip went in that jump, man. Chip beat the goddamn leather skin off goddamn Bubbles, man. It's my word. He was beating his ass. I'm talking like he was beating that nigga like he did that like Bubbles did something to his mama. Nigga, you violent, nigga, get up, nigga, come on. Get up, nigga. He was dragging that nigga over here. He was throwing him over here. The Richmond dudes came down the steps. Goddamn, Chip homeboy was right there. Goddamn, niggas like, oh man. And I seen dude I know from Richmond. I'm like, yo, listen, man, that shit 1-on-1, man. Dude violated him, bro. He was like, what happened? I was like, bro, they said that nigga cut his fucking nuts with that nigga trimmers, bro. He was like, what? I was like, yeah, he's like, man, that nigga on his own, son. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Niggas went back upstairs. Man, that nigga Chip started dragging that nigga. But the lady in the booth just like this. She got her popcorn. She just, cause Lawrenceville has like the glass in their booth. Like, it's like glass. You know what I mean? So like they can see in our pod, walk to the middle, see in 32 pod, walk to the left and see in 31 pod. She's standing at the window just like, she can't see in the cell, but she can probably hear through that damn glass what's going on because it was a lot of, ooh, nigga, get your ass, nigga, get your ass up. Nigga, you heard, you were hearing shit like that. Goddamn, nigga, ah. One time I heard a scream, ah. That's how that shit sound, ah. Beat the hell out of goddamn Bubbles' ass, man. He beat the shit out of Bubbles' ass. Next thing you know, police coming in. Police coming in, jump. What's going on in here, man? You know, everybody got away from the scene. Then got that nigga going and said, he's still beating Bubbles' ass. Niggas like, yo, what are you doing? Chip. The COs knew him. He was the barber. Chip. Get off that man. Get off that man, Chip. Chip like, no. This nigga, he got this nigga like in a chokehold, I guess, like, cause I couldn't see no more. So, but it probably was like he was choking his ass. Like, get off his ass right now. Come on, man, I don't want to do this to you, man. Get off him, man. Chip was like, nigga. Gave his ass one for the road. One combo for the road. That man violated, man. That man shaved his nuts hair with bro trimmers, man. That was a major violation. That shit was crazy, man. Chip got up finally, man. CO was handcuffed his ass, called medical. Medical came in that junk, grabbed Bubbles. Bubbles was done. He beat Bubbles' ass. Bubbles was done, man. But at the same time, like I told y'all, man, Bubbles' cousin was on the other side of the yard. Like they didn't want this. The other dudes that was trying to talk, they wanted our building. Man, this is my word, goddamn. Chip went to that beam, and Chip never came out the hole, man. I don't blame him. Because for one, your trimmers are gone, your hustle is gone. And for two, you're going to have the Richmond dudes down on your top, pause. They going to be on you, bro. You know what I mean? You beat the living shit out this man. You probably beat that nigga back straight, goddammit. That nigga probably was straight after he finished whooping his ass. Man, he beat his ass for like 4 or 5 minutes. Easily, beating his ass. Goddamn. I don't blame bro for not coming out the hole, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't blame him for not coming out the hole, man. But Bubbles came out the hole probably about after a month because he went to the hole too after getting his ass whooped. Goddamn. He came out. He went to the other side of the yard. I seen him a few more times and I didn't see him no more after that, man. But I do remember when he got the freak, man. He beat the brakes off goddamn Bubbles' ass. I remember that shit. But Bubbles violated, man. But that's how crazy prison is, y'all. Y'all gotta understand, goddamn dudes would crash out over trimmers, over a goddamn watch, over a pair of shoes, over state clothes, over state sheets. Man, the list goes on, man. Prison is this dangerous period, y'all. That's why I tell y'all, do not come, because prison is a dangerous place, man. Dudes gonna crash out and dudes gonna go as far as they wanna go, man, in that type of world when it comes to being disrespected. That was disrespect right there that Bubbles did with the man trimmers, man. I never seen a situation like that. I never heard about nobody using somebody else's trimmers to shave their damn balls. I never heard that before. That needed to be addressed immediately, man. And that's what bro did. It wasn't immediately, but he handled his business, man. I give him that, man. He's supposed to beat the living shit out dude, man. But it's a dangerous place to be, man. Prison is that type of place, man. You're gonna see shit like this. You're gonna see all type. Y'all hear all my stories be? It's wild shit going on in there, y'all. Trust me, you don't want to go in there, man. Do me a favor, man, and just stay out here with your family, man. Continue living a great life, man. Continue doing you, man. Keep trying to level up the legit way, man. That's all you gotta do, man. Don't be scared to be a regular nigga out here, man, because you go to prison, you gonna have to see shit like this. And there's crazy stuff in there, y'all, man. So I just encourage everybody that rock with me, man, just to stay out the way, man. That's it. All you gotta do is just stay out the way. You stay out the way. You don't got never worried about having these stories come to life. Because if you ever get locked up, you gonna say, man, Trey said a damn story about this. I'm letting you know now, something happens every day in prison. Every day. I promise you that. Every day, man. You don't want to go there, man. But just stay out the way, man. Period, man. That's it, man. But I never seen those dudes again, man. And it was out of there, man. It was a wrap, man. But that's the end of the story, y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching, man. It's another successful weekend banger. Y'all already know what it is, man. I love y'all to death, man. Y'all turn me up this weekend, man. Can I get turned up? Turn me all the way up this weekend, man. The man used his trimmers to goddamn shave his pubes. It was a major violation, man. So that reason right there, y'all need to turn this video up. Like, share, and subscribe, gang. Let's get it. Let's go. But I love y'all to death, man. Y'all be safe this weekend, man. Christmas around the corner. Y'all already know what it is, man. Everybody must make it out here, man. We must be here for Christmas, man. So stay y'all ass out the way, man. I love y'all to death. And with that being said, stay y'all ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments can pay for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.